It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It is showtime, Geno Jones Showtime. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Hey, Chicago, 5:30, about 5:31, maybe 5:32. Live in Los Angeles, 3:30 p.m. Everybody on the West Coast. Tell everybody to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, share, screen grab, rip some of the video, make it go viral, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. The Geno Jones Show brought to you today by the Crate Group. It's a nonprofit organization doing great work here in our community. We call it the Low Country, the Charleston, South Carolina metro area. So there's a big Thanksgiving dinner happening at the Ridgeville Town Hall starting at 2 p.m. this Sunday, November 24th. And the big is called The Low Country Meets the Oscars, an award gala to honor those unsung heroes here in the community. That's going to be December 15th. Buy your tickets now. Go to thecrategroup.org. TheCrategroup.org. O-R-G. Thecrategroup.org. Get your tickets. Buy your table. Get your tables now. It's going to be the event of the year. It's going to be epic. I had the honor to be a co-MC last year, so I'll be back again this year. So make sure you get your tickets. Shout out to Kendrick Al Bannister, the leader of the Crate Group, just a good brother, and the entire Bannister family and everybody else with the Crate Group, Miranda Nichols and the whole family there. Appreciate you. Thank you for being a sponsor of the Geno Jones Show. Hey, shout out to everybody that's watching me live. Smooth streaming. Okay, no, just get that out the way. Get that out the way. So I got this message from YouTube. Streaming should be smooth. It looks smooth anyway. All right. Anyway, so much for that. All right. Shout out to everybody watching right now. Thank you. Of course, my number one fan, my mother's watching, and everybody else watching me live. If you're watching me live, make sure you say hi. I have a chat room that's open where you can talk to me. You got a question, you got a comment, you want to just have a conversation, you want to argue with me, good luck with that. I do this for a living, you know what I'm saying? But hey, give it a shot. If you feel froggish, as they say back in the day, if you feel froggish, leap. Whoop. All right. So, oh man, you know what I forgot to do? I have like, I call it my ghetto prompter. And I was so busy, but that's all right. I don't even need it. So, if you were a fan of the TV show Empire, you know they had this brother, he's an actor, Jussie Smolllett. Now, what was his character's name? It escapes me. And they used to shoot Empire in Chicago. So, a couple years back, he had alleged, he claimed that it was some racist white dudes, like neo-Nazi types, Ku Klux Klanners, had jumped on him this really cold night. I think it was like in January, a couple years back. So anyway, it turned out that he staged a hate crime. He staged a fake hate crime, and he got convicted. He caught some charges, and those charges, and the conviction was staging a fake hate crime against himself. So the Illinois Supreme Court, they dropped the case. And I don't really know why, but I'm sure he's happy. So maybe he can get another acting job because, you know, folks is like, nah, we ain't messing with him, dude. He was like, but I enjoyed Empire. I enjoyed his character. Everybody on there from my girl Taraji P. Henson, Cookie Lyons, and Terrence, what's my man? Terrence Howard. There was Lucius Lyons, or Lion, and just the whole crew. So Lucius Lyon had 3 sons, and Jussie Smollett's character was one of his sons. So I'm sure that, man, Jussie is happy about that because he got a lot of heat about that. The Cook County District Attorney, a sister named Kim Fox, she caught a lot of heat for that. It was crazy. It was messy. It was just a whole lot of mess, if you know what I'm saying. Just a whole lot of ish. So shout out to Jussie Smolllett, man. Okay, stay out of trouble, dude. But I enjoyed you as an actor, so hopefully we'll see you back on somebody's show. Somebody give him a job. Come on. If a convicted felon with 34 counts, 34 charges, found guilty, 34 counts in a civil trial, a judge found that he was, the evidence in the civil trial showed the judge, according to the judge, that Orange Hitler raped E. Jean Carroll. So he was found liable because civil trial is different than a criminal trial. It's not a guilty or innocent verdict. It's are you liable? And he still owes this woman E. Jean Carroll like damn near $100 million. So if this dude, and he had top secret documents in his bathroom down there in Florida at Mar-a-Lago. So if any convicted felon is like, oh, wait a minute, hold on now. When I go apply for a job, they got that little box. Are you a convicted felon? Y'all need to just white out every job application that has that little line and box asking, are you a convicted felon? Just get some white out and white that shit out. Because if a felon convicted of 34 counts, do you know that Orange Hitler, even though he was a punk ass, he ran from the military because he found a doctor to say he's got bone spurs and his feet will hurt. But if he wanted to, that dude, the orange dude, could not join the military. But somehow, after January 20th, he will be the commander-in-chief of the entire military. But he couldn't serve in the military himself because he is a convicted felon. And he can't erase those convictions because they were state charges. They were not federal charges, so he can't pardon himself. He can't, none of that. No pardon, no clemency, nothing. 34 convicted felon stuck on that's going to be on his tombstone. 34 convicted, found guilty, 34 counts, fraud, convicted felon, adjudicated, found liable of sexual assault, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Wow, America. I know people around the world saying like, damn, y'all, what the hell is going on over in America? America. I'm saying. So, hey, Lisa Davis, hey there. My prayers go out to you, Lisa. She had a loss in the family. That's okay, Lisa. But I lift you up in prayer, you and your family. Thank you for watching. Here, tapping in, I see you. Nung, FOH. So I don't know what the letters stand for, but anyway. And great, what's up, Great Hustle? I see you. Did I receive any of the $1.2 billion from Kamala Harris? Oh, Great Hustle 843. You know what I'd like to ask you? Are you happy that a convicted felon, a man who was found liable of sexual assault, a man who, if he wanted to, if his little cowardice, punk ass wanted to, he could not serve, he couldn't join the military. You can't join the United States military if you are a convicted felon. But he will be the commander-in-chief of a convicted felon. Are you Great Hustle 843? And you can answer me, and I'll read your answer on camera. Are you all right, Auto Bell, I see you, brother. So back to you, Great Hustle 843. Are you happy that the tens of millions of people who have insurance, health care because of the Affordable Care Act, are you happy that they're going to lose that health care sometime after January 20th? Are you happy that the millions of kids who get free breakfast through the Department of Education, they call them Title I schools. Title I schools are schools to where children are below their family income is below a certain level, like poverty level, which qualifies them to get free lunches, really a free breakfast, in a lot of cases, a free breakfast, lunch, and sometimes they'll get a meal after school. All those millions of kids who the only meal that they get is that free breakfast or lunch meal they get in school. So when Linda McMahon, who don't know her ass from a hole in the ground, when they do everything they can to just screw up the Department of Education, are you going to be happy for those millions of children? And are you going to do anything to replace those free meals that those kids who were living at or below the poverty line, the kids who otherwise wouldn't get a meal? Are you happy about that? Are you happy about the millions of women that have already lost their reproductive rights and freedoms? They basically, their bodies don't belong to them in states like where you come on, you're 843, you right here in South Carolina. You know the state of South Carolina, they control your body. They control your body. You could get pregnant and, God forbid, have a miscarriage. And they could decide whether you live or die, because they would, with this abortion ban, doctors would be like, whoa, I'm afraid. I don't know. You could be rushed to the ER, bleeding out. Oh, we are afraid to treat you because we don't want to go to jail, or we don't want to get sued. 843, Miss 843, that could happen to you or maybe a woman in your family, somebody that you love. So are you happy about that? Possibly going nationwide, a nationwide abortion ban? Now keep in mind, affluent women, women of means, especially white women of means, even when abortion was not legal, they always got an abortion. They would just fly to Mexico, find them a doctor in Mexico, fly to Mexico, fly to Canada. But it's the poor and working class women of all races that are going to suffer. And young women like Amber Nicole Thurman, the 28-year-old black woman that bled out and died, came down with sepsis because doctors in Georgia would not treat her, give her the health care, the life-saving health care that she needed, because she had complications after she terminated a pregnancy. Are you excited about that, 843, Miss? If you said Great Hustle 843, because you're like always throwing shade at Kamala Harris. Now, if we're gonna talk about money, do we want to talk about the $1 million a day that little punk ass Elon Musk was giving supporters of Orange Hitler in Pennsylvania? Do you know how much money Elon Musk, not to mention, he had a whole social media platform that he turned into a racist platform, home for white nationalists, for neo-Nazis, for those who wanted to start a civil war, Ku Klux Klan members, sexist, misogynist, and turn that platform into a propaganda social media platform for your boy, Orange Hitler. So if you want to talk about all the money that was spent, all the billions of dollars that these billionaires donated to the Orange Dudes campaign directly, or they have these other they have what they call them political action committees, PACs, political action committees for the Orange Dude. They got billions of dollars from all kind of donors, not to mention from Russia. So if you want to talk about some money, okay, let's talk about everybody's money. You can talk about the $1.2 billion that Kamala Harris's campaign got, but you need to talk about the billions of dollars, foreign and domestic, that the Orange Dudes campaign got. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to answer those questions, since you asked me, did I get any of that $1.2 billion? No, but I was trying to get some of it. As a matter of fact, but I started out with the Biden campaign, We're trying to get them to do a media buy on this channel with my company, full disclosure. I'm going to give it to you straight, no chaser. Tell the truth, shame the devil. You know, that's how we get down on this show. So I had some leads really back in like the spring that I may be able to get a media buy, but it never happened. So no, to answer your question, no, I didn't get any of it, but I damn sure wish I would have got some of it. Absolutely. Now, did you get some of the money from Orange Hitler's campaign? Some of that billions, which was more than 1.2 billion. So feel free to answer that question since I answered your question. All right, so speaking of politics, now I just want to explain to everybody, I'm not going to do this day to day. This is not CNN. I'm not a journalist, not at all. I'm an entertainer, and I have a variety show, and we talk about a variety of topics. I have a variety of guests, celebrities, recording stars, comedians, actors, authors, business owners. We center the culture and the community, and I will be doing a segment really right after Thanksgiving. So at least the goal is to get a black-owned business, feature a black-owned business once a week right here on the Geno Jones Show and let them tell their story, their origin story, their journey, the mistakes that they made, that they learned from, and their successes. So they can share that with you to help you with your business, or maybe you are dreaming or in the process of trying to get capital or money to start your business. So we are going to feature and center black-owned businesses like we've always done, but I'm just taking it to another level because we're all we got. Great Hustle 843, we're all we got. We're all we need. That's the thing. For us, by us. But what we can't do, we got to stop, being so petty and jealous with each other. Oh, I don't mess with. I ain't getting none of my money. They got enough money. Why do we do that with each other as black people? But we never say that if we do business with a white-owned business. Black people never say that. We'll go to down Fifth Avenue in New York City, down on the Gold Coast, North Michigan Avenue, down on Rodeo Drive in LA, down in Miami Beach, down around Ocean Drive and Collins Avenue, where all these expensive, going Louis Vuittons and the Armani's store, Versace store, everybody, Balenciaga, all of that. And we never say, well, man, these white folks don't need my money. I ain't going to give. But why? Because to quote Malcolm X, who taught you to hate yourself? That's what I'm asking the brothers and sisters that don't support black-owned businesses. I don't want him to have more than me. He don't need none of my money. He driving a Benz. They got a big old house. But you don't say that about these white-owned businesses. Not at all. We got to stop that. Now, we have to stop. And I understand it is 405 years of brainwashing and indoctrination. And everybody don't want to be free. And I get it. We want everybody free. And really, I want all people free of any race or ethnic background. But my people, black Americans, I want every black person possible. But I have learned that all black people don't want to be free. Some people feel comfortable being in bondage because they might be getting a little check, or maybe not even a little check, maybe a nice size check. But it ain't the big check that the folks that control them get. And they'll be happy just being close to power, being docile. Yes, sir, boss. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Allowing themselves to be humiliated, to be mocked, made fun of, racial, sexual jokes. and we tolerate it for a check. Some folks do. But we have zero patience with each other. If you have a bad experience with a black-owned business, see, that's why I don't do business with no black folks, because I have done business with black Americans, white Americans, Americans of all kind of different backgrounds, family, like Chinese food. So I've gone to Asian, Chinese food stores, whatever. But I've never heard a black person say, no, I had bad service. Or, I did business with this white-owned business, and they were lousy. That's why I ain't never going to shop. I ain't never going to do business with a white man or white woman. I've never heard black people say that. So we got to stop saying that about each other. If you have a bad experience with a black-owned business, let that business owner know if you can, and just find another black-owned business to do business with, just like you have been doing with a white-owned business. You go to a white-owned restaurant, the food's lousy. I don't want to go back to that restaurant. That food is lousy. It don't taste good. The table was dirty the whole night, but it won't stop you from going to another white-owned business. So that's how we got to treat each other. That's exactly how we got to treat each other. All right, let's see, Great Hustle. What you had to say? No, we need to speak truth to power. Okay, good. So for the Great Hustle 843, starting on January 20th, I need to see you. I better see your ass. You want to speak truth to power, you're going to have 4 years to speak truth to some racist, misogynist, sexist, anti-black, anti-Muslim, anti-immigrant hate, not to mention the people surrounding him, the Steve Bannons and the Stephen Millers. I had never seen you post one thing talking about Orange Hitler or all them racist-ass white nationalists who are sexist and misogynist around him. And I know you smart enough, you know who they are, but I haven't seen you post one time about none of them. But you got a whole lot to say about Kamala Harris. Who taught you to hate yourself? And in turn, to hate people that look like you? Now, I can't say for certainty that you hate yourself, but it comes across that way. You say we gotta we gotta speak truth to power. That's what, and you've been watching this show long enough to know, that's what I do. I speak truth to power, and I don't give a damn who got the power. Because my man Chuck D said, fight the power, fight the power. You gotta fight the power you see. Elvis was a hero the most, but he never meant shit to me. The sucker was simple, straight up racist. Mother, thank him and John Wayne. One of my favorite lines from any song. So this show is all about speaking truth to power. Great Hustle 843, and you know it. But if we're going to speak truth to power, let's do it. If we are about that life, now we're going to see, come January 20th, are you going to speak truth to power? I am. I was speaking truth to power when this show started. This show started in October of 2020. Orange Hitler was still in office. Had January 6th. President Biden was sworn in January 20th. Here we are 4 years later. January 20th. America just affirmed what many black folks knew in America all along. And let me just make it simple before I wrap up today's show. But I thank everybody for watching. And thank you for the conversation, Great Hustle 843. Yeah, we got to speak truth to power, and I'm going to do it. And I'm going to encourage you to do it in my chat room so I can read your comments. I can read you speaking truth to this other power that's coming up. Because they're about to get real. And unfortunately, they're going to be millions of people who are going to be hurt. And the weird thing is that because there are more white Americans in this country than black Americans or Hispanic Americans. They're going to be more poor, working class, and poor whites right at the poverty level or below it, who are going to suffer, who's going to lose health care, whose hospitals are going to close down, whose schools in these rural areas, if they're not closed, they're going to lose all kind of resources. Because, you know, the majority of people on public assistance, like EBT and WIC, are white women. So when those programs are gone, many of those same poor white people running around with the Trump hat and the flag and all that, they're going to be the first ones. The ones that got health care because of the Negro, the black dude, President Barack Obama, who was like, oh, I can't stand the Obamacare. In Kentucky, show you how ignorant and stupid and racist people were. The governor of Kentucky, when he accepted the money so the people of his state could have health care through Obamacare, he realized that these people, now he wouldn't call them stupid, but it's stupidity that you would allow your hate to cause you to die, that you hate somebody because of the pigmentation of their skin, that you wouldn't accept life-saving health care because a black man's name was on it. So the Governor Brashear, changed the name to Kentucky Care. And I'll never forget seeing the stories on the news. The reporter said, well, what do you think about Obamacare? Oh, I hate Obamacare. I would never get it. And then he would say, he said, well, you have this Kentucky Care. What do you think about it? Oh, it's great. It's always great. And I love it. And my family, and I had a tumor. They told me it was cancer, and I was able to get that insurance, that Kentucky Care, and it saved my life. And then the reporter said, do you know that Kentucky Care is Obamacare? Silence. Face turned like white as a sheet. There was nothing they could say. You just made yourself look like a fool. So the point I'm trying to make, that there are going to be millions of people, including millions of poor, working class, poor whites who are at the poverty level or below, that's going to suffer in many ways, along with too many black Americans, Hispanic Americans, the ones that are not kicked out of the country, Native Americans, Asian Americans. So we're going to speak truth to power. I am. Great Hustle 843. I hope you are too. No, just we gonna see. You got a lot to write and say, name one. Look, I'm not playing with you, okay? See, I'm not. You want to get blocked, okay? Because I don't do trolls on my show. I don't want to hear anything about one bill, what the Democrats haven't done. I want you to tell me what Orange Hitler what he did, because I can tell you what he did. He had a blueprint, literally had a blueprint, a game plan. There was a booklet printed out, how to deal with a pandemic, and he threw it away because it came from the black man. So if the black man put it together, then he couldn't know what he was talking about. It talked about how to deal with a pandemic, and Orange Hitler got rid of it. And we lost 1.1 million Americans. And there have been many studies that show that if this orange dude would not have lied about COVID at the very beginning, that February and that March, that second weekend in March, when they shut America and virtually the entire planet down, because he knew it was airborne, he knew it was highly contagious, and he said, oh, it'll just go away. It'll just disappear into thin air. Oh, it'll go away. Oh, maybe inject some bleach or Lysol or shine an ultraviolet light down your throat. Then he was spreading it to people, damn near killed Chris Christie, damn near killed some of his Secret Service detail, spreading COVID telling people around him and it worked for him that he couldn't wear a mask. So talk to me about that. Don't post anything talking about what kind of legislation about, because I'm reading her comment in real time. Talk about all the harm and the harm that was done from 16 to 20 to 2020. All right. Just get ready. We're about, 7 weeks away? Maybe 8, about 8 weeks away for January 20th. All right. Great Hustle 843. So I want to see you speaking truth to power about this racist, white nationalist, Nazi, Ku Klux Klan, misogynistic, sexist regime that's coming back into power. I want to see what you got to say about that. All right, let me get out of here. Listen, thank you. Thank you, Great Hustle 843. Thank you for watching, and thank you for the conversation. All right, so you got your homework assignment. Let's talk about all the damage the orange dude did. And by the way, pull out your Project 2025, Great Hustle 843. You want to talk about some legislation. All right, and we can have that conversation and what they plan to do, how they plan to basically to sabotage the government and how government works for working people like you and me, and it'll benefit these billionaires. So if you want to have a conversation, we're going to have that conversation, but you're not going to come on here with Jill Stein talking points, and the Democrats are, no, and the Democrats are not paying me. And if the Democrats acted like this MAGA cult, there's no longer a Republican Party, it's a cult. If I saw Democrats or anybody, I'm not loyal or wedded to no party, I'm wedded to justice. And I'm wedded to freedom and liberation, specifically of Black Americans. I love people in general. Now, I don't have any time. I don't mess with people who are racist, bigoted in any form, misogynist, sexist. I don't have time for you. I'm not going to wish ill on anybody, even the orange dude. But I don't mess with you. I don't F with you. But I am unapologetically pro-Black. And that doesn't make me anti-anybody, because I'm pro-human. Because I have a sense of humanity and compassion and empathy and decency. But I have no tolerance for hate and bigotry and sexism and misogyny and people, bullies, who use their power to bully, to control, to dominate, and rule other people's lives. I have no patience for that bullshit. 0, -0, none. But you know this motto on this show, the motto on this show: tell the truth, shame the devil. Period, full stop. You want to talk about speaking truth to power? Tell the truth, shame the devil. And whatever the truth is, how that falls is how it falls. Jean Jones told me, she said, Jeannie, the truth needs no defense. If the truth is an object, you could just set it on the table and leave it there. Truth don't change. The truth is the truth. Now, some people don't want to hear the truth. They can't handle the truth. That's not my problem. That is a you problem, and I'll never let a you problem become a me problem. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life, and thank you, everybody, for watching, right? The most. Yes, Black America is probably, let me put it this way. Black America is definitely one of the most underserved communities. But now, if we're going to really speak truth to power, my Native American brothers and sisters are sitting over here saying, well, hold on, time out, all of y'all. Now, our ancestors, Black Americans, our ancestors, they didn't immigrate. They were stolen off of their land and brought to this country to work to generate wealth for somebody else. But the Native Americans are like, hold on. Y'all came in our house, couldn't feed yourself, didn't know how to grow crops. Not black people, the colonizers who colonized America. And the first Thanksgiving, as they called it, next Thursday, the Native Americans fed these ungrateful, lousy bastards because they couldn't feed themselves and they didn't know how to grow food. And what thanks did these colonizers, how did they show the Native Americans that they were thanking them and they appreciated them? By engaging in genocide and virtually killing damn near an entire race of people, Native Americans. And the ones that didn't die, they gave them blankets with smallpox. They stole all of their land and then put them in low areas and called it reservations. It's like somebody coming in your house and like, I like this house. I discovered it. And kill everybody in your house, let a few people stay alive, and then you got like a little outhouse, a guest house. They're like, okay, you can go stay out there. But we have discovered your home. So we're going to talk about people underserved. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret too. There are a lot of poor white people that's underserved. And they voted for that dude. Because don't get it twisted, the majority of people that's on government assistance that get EBT cards and all that are white, primarily young white women. Great Hustle 843, just go, you ain't gotta go far. I-26, some of these little small towns in between Charleston and Columbia, or go further north between Columbia and Greenville, some little small towns, just take a drive through there. Some of these trailer park communities. You're talking about poverty, West Virginia. You want to see some poverty? Go to West Virginia. A state that's like 97, 98% white. One of the poorest states on the planet. So, thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. You and especially you, God, most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay, programming note, Friday, the best of the Geno Jones Show. There's going to be no live show. I really wanted to try to get come in and do an hour show, 2 hours early, or a show 2 hours early. I'm going to do a 2 hour show. But I wanted to do the show 2 hours early, which would have meant my start time would have been 4:30 on the East Coast, 3:30 Chicago, and 1:30 out in Los Angeles. But I don't think I'll be able to pull that off. So no live show, the best of the Geno Jones Show. So if you miss any episode or you got a favorite episode like this and you want to watch it back, you can do that. You can make it a binge watch Geno Jones Show weekend. Now, live show, further programming note, live show next Monday, live show next Tuesday, live show next Wednesday. No live show a week from today because a week from today will be Thanksgiving. No live show that Friday, day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, unless, because I still got a little surprise up my sleeve. But as of now, no live show next Thursday, Thanksgiving, and Black Friday. But definitely live shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And so the next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Tell everybody you know, even you too, Great Hustle 843, to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, share, screen grab, rip some of the video, like, binge watch all my back episodes, and please leave your comments in the comment section right here. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram, IG, Kel, KELBE. CUTTINUP. Kel be cutting up because Kel be cutting up. Allie Jones. Allie Jones is the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check out Allie Jones and her Lexi Jones collection. Fashion designer, future superstar, recent graduate of Columbia College Chicago. Check Allie Jones and her Lexi Jones collection out at lx.com. x.ncl_. L like Lexi, X like extra, N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi _. And shout out to Bruce Gage, shirt part of the Mario Uomo collection. He is also a wardrobe consultant and stylist for the show. You can check out Mario Uomo, Bruce Gage. He is the owner, Mario Uomo and Flyball collection on Instagram. Mario Uomo, now it's got the W sound, Uomo, but it's an Italian surname. So it's M-A-R-I-O, Mario. Uomo is spelled with a U. U like umbrella, O like Oprah, M like Mary, O like opera. U-O-M-O, Mario Uomo. All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you for everybody in the chat room, from Lisa Davis, and we got Auto Bell, and everybody, and Great Hustle 843, and my mother and everybody else. Thank you for the conversation in the chat room. We'll see you. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. Binge watch the show. Tell everybody you know to subscribe to the channel and binge watch all the episodes. And please, Great Hustle 843 and everybody else in the chat room, please leave your comments in my comment section right here and for every episode. Have a great weekend. I'll see you live again next Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, live in Los Angeles, and everybody on the West Coast, 3:30 p.m. next Monday. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.